Welcome. This is a presentation from DIY Marketing, where we say, yes, you can. Now, roll up your shirt sleeves and get out your elbow grease. You're going to learn how to become a dynamic DIY marketer.
Hi, I'm Lauren Darr. I'm coming to you from DIYmarketing.tv. And what I'm going to talk to you today about is why did I start the DIY marketing brand in the first place? It's a question that I get from several people and have gotten over the years since I started the brand. It's evolved into a couple different things into now doing basically an online video channel. And DIY marketing started out many years ago, not long after I started my business in 2004, maybe 1 to 2 years after that. I was going to networking events. And I went to networking events and could tell that I had a sense of people, when you say you're in marketing, being a little bit turned off. But I had the fortunate circumstance to meet a friend. She's become a dear friend of mine over the years, Elaine. And Elaine and I were at a networking event at a Dave & Buster's, where, there's way too much fun and too many cocktails and cosmopolitans and wine abound. So we were having a good time. We hit it off when we met at the networking event. We kind of hung around at the bar afterwards and just got to talking. And Elaine shared with me her experience with marketing people, which really opened my eyes to why do some people kind of have an attitude and that, I don't know, I guess sphincter in the puck reaction when they hear that someone is in marketing. And her story was that she had started out her business, and like a lot of business owners, and she especially was a single mother with 2 kids, had started out her business and had a very limited amount of money to invest in marketing. She knew that it was something that she needed to do, and she found someone that she thought was a trusted marketing person. Well, unfortunately, the field of marketing, it's one of those fields that a lot of people say, oh, I'm in marketing, and they don't necessarily have a background in it or the experience in it. And so that's one of the cautions that I have for people in making sure that they get references and that type of thing. Anyway, Elaine only had a small budget for her marketing and knew that she needed the business cards and the standard collateral for her business. She ended up going through this really tough, arduous process with a person that said they were a marketing person. Well, at the end of the day, come to find out, they really weren't a marketing person. They really weren't a design person. And she ended up with this logo that she definitely was not in love with. And she spent $5,000 just on that process of getting that logo, which if you are a solopreneur or a small entrepreneur starting out, that can be a big chunk of money to you. And then on top of that, she barely even had money for business cards and ordered them through this person who marked them up like 4 or 5 times. So in listening to this story from my friend Elaine, I came to a realization that there are a lot of people like her out there that simply need some good direction and some good resources for being able to start out in their business. And Elaine inspired me in that very moment in time. And that's why I have a passion for helping entrepreneurs and companies with their marketing efforts, because there are so many people, unfortunately, that are out there, and like Elaine, this wasn't an isolated incident, as I found out over the years in talking to other people at networking events. I hear from people on a regular basis about their frustrations with marketing, because they know that they need marketing. It's one of those requirements when you go into business, but they simply don't know how to do it. They went into business for a lifestyle. They went into business because they have a certain skill that they want to put out there or an idea that they've developed. And frankly, not all of these people can afford someone like me. So my thought process was, what solution can I offer? Because you see, there's this sweet spot of time in the life cycle of a business where we know that marketing is really important, but not every organization can afford outsourcing it, and they don't know how to do it. They can't afford the team. You can't hire a great big marketing firm or agency. So there's that little bit of time where small businesses and entrepreneurs are having to do that marketing themselves, and it's a really tough time. So my vision was to make that time easier for people to get through and make it easier and provide tools for them to do their marketing during that time. Because what I really want to do is accelerate the success of those businesses so that they can grow and get to the point where they can hire a marketing firm or an agency or an in-house marketing team and don't have to do that on their own. So let's accelerate that process as much as possible to avoid as much of that frustration as we can. Everyone knows the statistics that 80% of businesses fail within their first 5 years. Well, a big reason for that is marketing. They simply aren't marketing, or they simply don't know how to do it. So what I want to do is I want to change that, and I want to help businesses become successful and help them get through that stage where they may have to be doing that marketing on their own. So let's turn around that cycle and change those numbers, and that's part of my fuel for the DIY marketing brand and helping entrepreneurs and companies. So how cool would that be? And what else would be possible if we were able to operate more from that paradigm? I look at marketing as something that brings out the best in you and your company. It brings out the best of your creative ideas and helps you shine a light on those for the world to see. It's not about changing or molding you into a person or into some kind of corporation that you really aren't. It's getting out there who you are as a company and offering that for the world. Because I truly believe that all companies and all entrepreneurs really deep down inside have the knowledge and the information that they need in order to be very successful from a marketing perspective. DIY marketing provides the tools to help you on this journey. It gives practical and implementable advice and direction for you to be able to highlight those aspects of yourself and show what you already know that you know about your company and business that should make you successful. Because at the end of the day, as our tagline says, yes, you absolutely, completely, utterly, and totally can do this.
This has been a presentation of DIY Marketing. Thank you for joining us. Now get out there and market, because oh yes, you most certainly can.